This is Audible.
Bordeaux presents Hollow, Book 1 in the Crown of Hearts and Chaos series. Written by Peckham and Susanne Valenti. Performed in duet by Bridget and Jake Bordeaux. Chapter 1. Ferris. My nights were filled with haunting music, spun from a tongue I'd once known to whisper jokes and pass gossip from ear to ear. The words struck chords in my heart which stung when I woke and ached throughout the days until I finally succumbed to slumber, and her songs found me again. I dreamed of trees so tall they blotted out the sun, their bark a rough and anciently marred map to the one and only want I held dear. Sometimes I found myself running between those wicked trunks, calling out to a girl who ran ahead of me, a song just out of sight, always coming from beyond the next bough, next branch, next bramble. Of course, I'd never truly set foot in the cursed forest. The path was barred to all. The trees and the magic tangled through them made a wall of the forest's border which was utterly impenetrable, unless the trees chose to admit you. And they only ever moved at night, but I knew better than to risk approaching them in the dark. The lyrics which nodded with my dreams turned to screams when the sun went down and the wicked nature of the forest was unleashed to its fullest. I'd considered risking it. I'd planned to sit at the edge of the forest while the sun set and allow the trees to claim me. But I'd found reason in the one thing I truly trusted. The written word never turned me wrong. And if there was one thing all of the tomes and scrolls I'd scoured agreed upon, it was that facing the trees at night was nothing less than a death sentence. The blood smearing those cursed branches on the nights the forest found prey was proof enough of that. And I was no good to anyone if I was dead. The song I cherished and loathed wrapped itself around me in my fitful dreams, her words both a caress and a warning.
Come to the trees where their faces grow pale. Lean close to hear secrets of terror and scale. My worth was well measured, my journey awaits. You'll only come find me when we unbar our gates.
It was painted in the whispered words of a child, its lyrics like a river which changed course and spun secrets, never the same, yet always pulling me in one unchanging direction. And I was done resisting the draw of the current. It was time I dove in and let it carry me away. Music of another kind carried across the town, the jolly tune at odds with the knotted dread in my gut and drawing my thoughts back to the present. It was finally here, the day of the great hunt. It had been 50 long years since the last of its name, and for 8 of those, I'd been bracing for the impact of its arrival. I swallowed. A shaky breath skipped down my throat, and I fought the urge to forget everything I'd been planning and simply accept the fate which had been dealt to our family all those years ago. This path had been laid out for me for far too long to allow doubts to turn me from it now.
Are you ready?
The firm banging of my mother's fist against the weathered wood of my bedroom door jarred me out of the daydream which had seen me standing before my window, peering out at the not-so-distant tree line.
The drums are already sounding and the Bradleys will be wondering where you are,
Mother hissed, pulling my inner turmoil from fear into disdain. I couldn't give a withered fig what the Bradleys thought of me one way or the other. The panicked screams of my past faded. The frantic scouring of the village, the despair, the horror, the grief, all of it slipped back behind that mask my family wore, never to be spoken of, never to be acknowledged. I glanced at the small pack I needed to bring with me, a lie silently forming on my lips, the rehearsal giving me something to focus on as the door was predictably pushed open. Mother bustled into the room, her brown hair perfectly coiled, a deep blue dress recently refitted and trimmed to appear almost new. She stalled on the threshold to my room, looking me up and down while working to choke